So yeah, today it's back to Pokemons. Today it's gonna be Generation 3. I think my favorite generation, or like one of them, those that are up there with my favorite, just because of like amazing Pokemons that this generation had. And yeah, I played the Emerald games. I really enjoyed them. I finished them, and you know, my probably Elite Four team gonna be like up there in S tier. Well, or at least few of them, because yeah, there's actually like really amazing Pokemons, and even the animation was really nice. Like that season was really fun with new additive things of beauty contests, and just some evolutions, new bad teams. So yeah, that was really a good season for Pokemons, and Generation 3 is an amazing one. Just the art style, like alone, like already like, and it has my favorite Pokemon, and I'm just gonna say it now, like my favorite is Blaziken. Like I loved him since the first time I saw him. I think it was in the Generation 2, in the like ending season of, there was like fight. Ash was fighting with his Charizard against Blaziken, and Blaziken and Charizard got whooped, and after that I was like, damn, this is my like favorite, and yeah, and I got the game, and I instantly just without a doubt picked Torchic, and yeah, which is like, I give him S tier as well, because he's just cute as fuck. Like in animation, in a game, he's just cute, just like little chicken. Says Torchic, says it's fucking cute as fuck. Definitely S tier in there. But Blaziken is like in this like teenage stage, like he like has like a lot of zits, and he's a little bit in this aggressive period. So stylistically, I just gonna give him A, and so I don't make oversaturated S as well, you know, because there are some other entries that deserve it more than this one, because this one, you know, like Combusken is cool, but you know, it's like in the teenage years, and sometimes in the teenage years you get ugly, you know, and that's all I wanna say. And let's actually start from the beginning, from the first entry in the usual list, you know, and it's the good old, okay, excuse me, I'm just pressing buttons. It's the good old Treecko, and Treecko is the Pokemon that Ash actually picks for this season, and he's a decent one. Like, he's cute, he like is fast, does a lot of damage, and you know, he evolves into Grovyle, like, you know, this grass. Really, like, I never liked grass Pokemons, but in this season, like, they actually like did a really nice one. Like, I was like watching the like the last one had Chikorita, like Generation 2 had Chikorita, like, which was not bad. Like, this horse slash grass Pokemon was cute as well, but I think the Treecko definitely gave me like this, like, you know, he was just cool. Like, he was just fucking cool, and he evolves into Sceptile, and Sceptile is S tier, you know, we cannot doubt it. It was a strong Pokemon. You definitely want him in your team. So, like, now I'm looking at these Pokemons, and my problem gonna be like, there's so many like good and interesting Pokemons in Generation 3 that I like wanna put a lot of them in SA ranks, but we'll have to see. Like, even Zubat, like, you know, which is like the like trash Pokemon in the beginning, he still to me is cute as, you know, motherfucker. And Pukia, like, you instantly can get a nice fire Pokemon at the start of the game. But let's continue with the list. So Mudkip, the Brock in the name in animation had the Mudkip, and I'm just gonna give it A tier. It's another cute. I'm gonna just give the starters, you know, S tiers, you know, because they deserve it. Like, you always want them in their team, you know, they're always amazing. Mudkip, all of them were cute, all of them had a personality. Mudkip, Mudkip was cute as cute, you know. Then he gets his teenage years. I would even like, I'm gonna put him next to Torchic, because they are extremely cute. They're just extremely cute, you know. When like Treco a little bit cute, but he's like a little bit like, and like you cannot just compare him like Mudkip and Torchic, or just, you know. And then Mudkip evolves into this Marshtomp, like same as Combustion Can, you know. It's like teenage years. He like gets a little bit still cute, still got that smile, and then he evolves into Swampert. And Swampert is S tier, you know. It's a beast. It's water and ground, so yeah, it's a kind of strong combination, and it's a strong Pokemon, so definitely deserves an S tier. Alright, so now we go to like the first, it's Palkia dark type. Actually, like I assumed it was like fire Pokemon, because it has Smoke Screen, but I forget now. I just Smoke Screen does not have that many fire attacks, so I'm gonna give it B. He's solid. I had him on my team. I think I switched him out later on because he was not performing that well, and you know, he evolves into Mighty Hyena. You know, Mighty Hyena is Hyena. Cool, you know, cool looking, just for visual style. You know, I enjoyed having them in my team, but you know, damage wise, just a little bit not enough, just a little bit not enough to be S tier, but even like almost tempted to put in B tier because it's not that damage, but he was in my team, so I'm gonna give him still A. Okay, and next one is Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon is another cute motherfucker. And I cannot go lower because he's just so cute. I don't like Linon. I never like, you know, it's just, I don't know, his style. Like Zigzagoon was cute as fuck, and then it switches the style into this like sausage. I don't know. I like, no, just not my type. Just not my type of Pokemon. I rather like not even have him evolve than just be Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon was quite decent, you know, for a normal type. He was okay. Could do the ground attacks. I used him. I think he could learn. Maybe Surf even. I think that was using as like HM Pokemon, just putting different discs on him and just using him as that. So he was useful. Like said, that's why he's in the B tier. Okay, and the next one is Wurmple. Well, Wurmple is cute enough that I want to give him C, and then I'm gonna give the Silicone and Cocoon D tiers because they're kind of ugly, like just a cocoon, you know, like, you know, you're gonna evolve something from it, you don't know what, you know, just, you can get this that tier ugly ass looking Dustox, or you can get this like nice Beautifly, you know, that is definitely a B tier. It's a bug and flying Pokemon. Just like Dustox. Now Dustox is bug and poison, so like Dustox, like I would actually prefer Dustox like in stat wise, because poison can be very useful more than flying, but just visually he's not appealing. I'm still gonna give him C though, because he has poison, so he does the damage, but just he's visually not appealing to me, and he's not gonna get any better ranking for that. So let's move on to Lotad, who is a really strong Pokemon, and as it evolves it becomes stronger, and the evolved version Ludicolo, I'm gonna give it A tier. Okay, I'm tempted giving him S tier because he's a water grass Pokemon, and this kind of combination makes him really strong. Like it makes like him to certain times invincible and then like vulnerable to other types, but it just it's beast. It like negates a lot of damage. Water grass, you know, like fire, then your counter as a fire becomes very weak because they're grass and water. So it's like he has like some like really strong combination that made him really strong. So I must give him S tier because just of this grass water type combination. And yeah, Seedot is just Acorn, and as it evolves it becomes more aggressive, and then like it becomes a definite A tier. Shiftry, very fast, very strong, grass, dark type Pokemon. Like I did have him in my team. He was performing amazingly, and he was in anime like cool as fuck. Like Nuzleaf is a little bit, he's like his teenage years. His stat wise, it was a little bit hard to level him to the Shifty, but that's why I'm giving it just a C. Alright, and now for my favorite flying starter catch, for Ash. He always comes to a new region and he always gets flying Pokemon, and this one was always my favorite, Tallow and Swallow. I'm gonna give Swallow S tier just because it just looked cool. It looked absolutely cool. Was really strong. It was normal flying type. This was really decent. I really enjoyed. I had him in my team as well, and he was underperforming a little bit. Maybe he was a little bit of a dark horse in my team, like because he was not dashing out the amazing damage that everybody else was, but he had flying and he looked cool, and that's all I needed. Alright, let's go Wingull. Wingull is another thing I had in my team. I'm gonna give it C and B as it evolves, just because I don't know, it's a strong water flying, but I just never liked him visually, and I had him in my team. He did perform decently, but still, I just thought if he had like maybe third cooler evolution, I would put him up a little bit higher, but he just like limited. And yeah, so let's go to Ralts, and this is the Pokemon that's infamous, can be infamous in Pokemon community because is the boy, is the girl, can you make love to it? And I had him, as it evolves it gets stronger, but I cannot give it more than B, sadly. It's a good psychic fairy type, which is strong against dragons and ghosts, which fine, I'll give it A in the maxed evolved version. When it's Gardevoir, then it's really strong, but it's infamous. Let's not talk about, let's move on about this one. Okay, Surskit looks horrible and it evolves into even a little bit uglier version, like, and I'm gonna give them both I'm gonna give evolved version C because it's flying poison. Oh no, it's flying bug. Okay, flying bug, then like I'm just gonna give it D because I did not like them. Just like I caught them, they were useless, and I just never used them again. Alright, and next one is the Shroom, which is D tier. Looks silly, just it's boring. It's a Shroom. Stat wise is bad, but then Breloom was a B tier, was solid pick, just absolutely solid, did damage, did the job, was doing its grass shit, it's all I can say. But Breloom, nothing more, because other grass types like Shifty, like was way better. That's why it's B tier. Okay, now this Sloth Pokemon, and yeah, the first version I did not like, and then as it evolves, it becomes B and A tier. It had bulky stats, really bulky stats. Did a decent amount of damage, had certain setbacks, but overall was really amazing Pokemon. Like, could not complain about it, not a single bit actually. So cannot give it S tier because some of the contenders I believe did way more damage than he did, and he had some attacks that were slacking, just like as his name, slacking. But yeah, Nincada and Ninjask. Okay, Nincada is just D tier, and Ninjask I don't wanna give it more than C. It was really fast. It had amazing like flying stats boosts, like it would always quick attack first. But it's just boring. It's like Ninja, and if I had maybe third evolution, it would be cooler. But for as it stands, wait, is Shed? Yeah, wait, it did have Shed third evolution. I never actually got it, and I'm looking at the list. Wait, Ninjas, Shed Ninja, Shed Ninja. Well, I guess I'm gonna give it B, since it kinda looks cooler. It has this halo, so right. I liked it. Wismore, I wanted to get it, and I see it. It's Ghost Bug, so Ghost Bug is actually like interesting combination. I think it should be powerful enough and decent base stats. Now I was looking at them. I don't think they're evolution one of them, but Shed Ninja is just a different Pokemon. And now that I look at it, I'm gonna just lower a bit because its stats are same as Ninjask, so they're not very good. But you know whose stats are very good? Not Wismore's. Wismore's stats are hard to like. It's hard to level him up. I had him on my team and he was pain in the ass. And then it became into Loudron, and Loudred, you know, became decent. Became like did the damage, but still stat wise not that impressive. A little bit more than Ninjask, so I'm gonna give it a good B tier. And then as it evolves into Explodron, it gets even a little bit better stats. You know, it becomes definite A tier. Definitely does some damage. Definitely looks cool. But next one is definitely better, like Makuhita. I give it straight up B tier instantly, and its evolved version I'm gonna give it S, just because it has amazing stats. It's very bulky, does a lot of damage. I had my team, performs really well. Does not dash out damage, can live forever. That's why it deserves S tier. Azuriel, and we got Azumariel's even earlier version, like Pichus. You know, it's very cute, stat wise. You know, as a first, it's very bad, but you know, it's so cute. I'm gonna still give it B because it's just so fucking cute. And Non-Pass has some decent stats, but beyond that, it's just a bulky piece of metal, and not that a good one does not evolve. So I don't like the ones that don't evolve. So I'm gonna give them lesser ranking. And he gets no space. This is just like Skitty. Skitty just had bad stats. Just gonna give it D. And as it evolves into Delcatty, C max, like no space is like as powerful as Delcatty, so you evolve this little bit thing and you don't get that much. So yeah, so that's why I'm gonna give it C. And another one is Sableye. I'm on a fence. He's a little bit bad. He has some good attacks, but he does not evolve. His base stats are above average, but because he does not evolve, I'm just gonna give him C. He had a like very short period in my team, and then I had to tell him goodbye. Okay, and Mawile is a very strong Pokemon actually. She has some moves, you can combo them. She had a lot of success in PvP, so I cannot give anything less than A. And in anime it was, I don't remember, I think it was like maybe 1-2 episodes. Oh, I watched it many years ago. I'm reflecting back, so a little bit hard. Yeah, I cannot remember in anime, but from PvP I know that she's very strong, so I'm gonna give it A. Okay, Aron. Aaron. Oh, how much did I fucking hate leveling you, Aaron. And then you become into Aaron. And don't improve that much, and you know, that's why I give you C. But then you become into Agron. And you know, that's a lot of levels. I think maybe even level 50 you need to become with him to get him there. Which can be a fucking grind, but once you do, man, does he perform? Does he do damage? Does he look fucking cool? Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why he gets S tier. Alright, need to move this a little bit. Maybe change it a little bit. Yeah, small it down. Yeah, at least gets bigger. I need to adjust a little bit this screen. But yeah, let's continue. Meditate. Well, Meditate is a psychic fighting type, and he was cool. He was like Ash, I think, lost first time fighting this Pokemon because his dumb ass was using flyings, but then he came back and beat it. I'm gonna give it C, and I'm gonna give it actually D, because stats are not that impressive. Like like Aaron has way better stats. Like I should put even Aaron like a little bit maybe up, but Medicham, you know, for a psychic fighting type, there's a niche, like, and maybe you get an opponent that you counter perfectly, and then your decision to use this character and this Pokemon is amazing, but usually he's just mediocre and even below mediocre. Okay, the next up is Electrike and Manectric. Electrike, I gave it straight ST. I saw him, I fell in love with him, and he evolves into this nice cute ass motherfucker, lightning type, which is a little bit lacking in this generation. So this one, well, as I gonna say, they're gonna get like Pichu, like plus and minus, but plus and minus is just it's just bad, like. But yeah, the Manectric, this Manectric. Well, this guy just looks cool. He's electric. You can get him early, and he's decent. He will perform. Okay, plus and minus. Why do you make a new Pikachu? You know, why do you make a new Pikachu if you have Pikachu? And why you need two Pikachus to make like them work better and then don't give them any evolutions? That's why it's D. It's just worse Pikachu. Okay, and another one, Volbat and Illumise. Another like this space weird Pokemons. I'm gonna give them C because their stats are better. They are Bug type. Well, now that I Bug type, you know what? No, they're just D. There's no evolutions. They have good stats, but beyond that, they're kinda useless. They're really kinda fucking useless. And the next one is Rosalie. Okay, my phone needs a charger. Okay, fine phone. I'll give you a charger if you ask for it. But Rosalie, I really liked in anime. I liked in fighting. She has some amazing moves, and she looks really cool. So I'm gonna give her A tier, just because she looks cool, and she does perform really well in combat. Okay, just a moment, guys. Yep, it is done. My poor phone dying. Yeah, I don't want him to die, so. Alright, and yeah, so Roseanne definitely gets an A from me. But not like the next one, Gulpin. Gulpin just gets D. Very weak stats. Do not enjoy using him. And then it evolves and, you know, gets like some mediocre stats, and that's why they go to D and C. Right, let me improve a screen for a little bit. Yeah, here it is. Now I can See what gonna happen and what we have. Wait. We don't see C. Yeah, now we see C. CC. Okay. Yeah, bear with me, guys. Okay, then later I have to just zoom out. Alright, and now the Piranha Pokemon. Water, I think it's double type, water and dark. And I think it's very strong. It had some really strong passive buffs of rough skin. You know, it was very fast. You know, Sharpedo, yeah, Carvana, because Carvana like C, good stats for starting Pokemon, and as it evolves, it definitely becomes A. It's fast, has some defensive capability, offensive capability, a good dark and water mix. I think Generation 3 was the first one when they started mixing different types. And yeah, Sharpedo gets an A. Walmer, another strong pick, is a very bulky mass. So I have to give it a B, just because its stats were so fucking good, and as it evolves, it's an actual S tier for me. It's a water type with bulky body, stronger than Sharpedo. You know, a little bit slower, but at the same time, just the bulk of it just makes it invincible. Yeah, and Valord. Yeah, it becomes a Valord, and Valord is an S tier. Numel, on the other side, is a ground fire Pokemon. A strong combination. As it evolves, it just becomes stronger, and like Camurpet. Oh man, these names. Camerupt. Camel, Erupt Camel, like B, is a definite B. And as it evolves into Torkoal, oh man, these names. I should probably watch the series before doing this, but oh well. Torkoal, it has a decent body, like Sharpedo, good stats, so it gets a definite A tier from me. Very strong Pokemon. And alright, so next one. Well, actually now I'm like checking, like Camerupt is it's a ground fire Pokemon, so it's double weak to water. So let's give it just B. Let's just give it B for now. Okay, Spoink is a weird ass Pokemon, never got them. It evolves into this grappling with some decent stats, but nothing impressive, and that's why it's D and C. Spinada does not have any evolutions, weak stats, just D. Just like Trapinch, well, Trapinch I believe does have his evolution, which yeah, he does. Trapinch evolves in V-Brain, and then Flygon, and Flygon actually is a decent, it becomes into Dragon. Yeah, so that's Dragon types are always strong. It has medium stats, but I'm still gonna give him a decent A tier. Alright, next up is Cacnea. Cacnea is a Team Rocket Pokemon. I'm gonna give it B, and its evolution B as well, even though evolution does get more stats. But A tier, A tier I would say is, it deserves A tier actually from the stats alone. It's a good, and it gets a dark type as well in addition, so that's a nice bonus as it evolves from Cacnea, with who was in beginning already has some good stats. It was very fun in animation, always attacking, always, you know, trying to hug everybody. So again, give it a nice B. Swablu He's a cute one, like, but nothing more than C, stat-wise as well. And then as it evolves into Altaria, it barely improves. It barely improves, so I'm gonna just continue giving it B. Zangoose. Zangoose, I never seen him in animation. I caught him. He has some stats, but they're mediocre and he does not evolve. So I'm gonna give it Z, even though he has a really cool look. But beyond that, no, he does not have that much. I still have Swiper. They have visually are very nice, but stat-wise and evolution-wise they are very limited, and that's why I did not use them in my final team, and I'm not gonna use them. But they still deserve a nice set tier. Now B tier is something that you actually would bring to combat, and C tier is like what you would consider maybe if you do not have any other option, except like Aaron. Aaron is decent, but just it was so annoying to level this ass that I'm just gonna give it C. Okay, Lunastone or Solrock. Lunastone and Solrock are decent. Nothing special. Nothing good. But yeah, still deserve a nice spot. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, and Lunarok and Solrock. I'm just gonna give them D tiers because, yeah, there's no evolutions. There are some things you can do with them, but I never bothered really. I don't like this kind of Pokemons. Even I was defeated one by Solrock, but it's such a little niche that I'm not even bothered. And the next up is Barboch. Barboch, another D tier, like really lame looking fish. He has good stats, decent stats. Poor stats actually. He has a good type, it's water and electric. That is a fun combination because they counter one of the water's biggest weaknesses, electricity. And then as it evolves into Whiscash, Ycash, it's gonna Whiscash, Whiscash, something like that. It's electric water. It's a really strong combination. Stat-wise, it's not that good, but because it's a very good combination, I'm gonna give it B. One of the strongest counters to water type is electric, and now it's electric water type. So now you have to counter it with ground or something like ground. Yeah, ground I believe counters really well. And another Ash Pokemon, this one is Corphish. Corphish is a set tier, he's decent stats, decent attacks, and then it becomes Crowdhound. It's a really cool looking Pokemon, it's an Ash Pokemon. I have to give it B tier, it's a dark water type, so you can learn some good moves with him. And the next one is Beltoy and Claydol. They're kinda bad. I had them in my team. The best attack Claydol has is self-destruct, so you know how useful it is. Some would argue, some probably made it work way better than me, and it has some decent stats, but I really don't want to give it anything more than C, because to me he was a self-destruct Pokemon. And if your only strategy is self-destruct, you're not a good Pokemon. Alright, and Lilip. I think that's the first Pokemon card I ever got was of Lilip, and I did not like that. And I did not like him even now. He has a nice rock grass type, but you know, it has weak stats, and I'm even gonna give them both D because they're just not visually attractive to me at all. Just like Anorit, Nori just he's kind of lame because it's kind of like cockroach, but then he becomes into Armaldo, and Armaldo has some stats. Has some swag, is a raw grass, and that's a decent combination, so I gotta give him A. Yeah, because as a rock grass you kinda counter your biggest weakness, fire, then your water becomes your weakness. So yeah. Another ugly ass Pokemon, Feebles with bad stats that evolves and becomes into actually something useful, into Milotic. So you know, we got some Pokemon that kind of start out trash in this generation and really become like AS tiers as they progress. Can be hard a little bit, but yeah, Milotic has really swag. It's like a Dratini, so I really liked it. Okay, I have 2 cast forms, or just want to skip it. Bennett. Okay, I'm getting a little bit confusion. I think these 2 are just cast forms in a different form, and they have no evolutions. I gotta put them in D. And then we got, is this Duskbell? Or is this cast form now? And that one is, no, this one, Duskbell? No, Duskbell is this one. I don't know what these ones are. I think there are cast forms, but this one is cast form. Alright, I'm just gonna give them D. I'm not gonna play with them. Gecko as well. Gecko has at least some decent stats and was an anime a lot, like I think Brock had him, so like that's at least C. But these ones are gonna get ignored. And yeah, Shuppet is boring. Another ghastly, just a ghost Pokemon, very broken. But then it's Banette, almost like Bayonetta, becomes into really stat-wise decent Pokemon, so I have to give another B actually. Duskbell is another. Actually, his stats are not that bad, and leveling him was not that hard. And then he becomes Dusclope, and Dusclope is another B. Sadly, his stats are not that impressive to give him A or S. So I guess, and visually he's not that appealing as well. He's just a mummy. So that's why he's B. Yeah. Okay, and next on the list, it's Tropius. He has no evolutions. He's instantly. He has average stats, like a little bit lesser than Duskball. So gonna give him C. He has like this really cool like Chikorita look, but beyond that, he has nothing impressive. Just like Chimcho. Chimcho actually, for some ungodly reason, is really strong, so I'm gonna give him C. But anything besides that, Chimicho is just boring, just like lamp. It looks like a lamp. Who wants to have a lamp? Not unlike Upsoy. Upsoy has some decent stats and looks really cool, but does not evolve, and that's why he's B. But he was really cool, like he's really cool. You want him in your team. He has like this horn, black horn, he's white. You know, it's just cool. Okay, win out, that's pre-evolution for Venusaur. Something like that, from Team Rocket's team, so a little cuter version. Stat-wise, nothing good, so you have to give it D. And just as well, I have give Snorunt D. It was the ice Pokemon in the ice biome. It's stats a little bit better, almost like C-type, but Glail gets C-type. It's a decent ice Pokemon, like a little bit lower on the stat side. That's why I cannot give him. I'm gonna give him B actually, because he's very rounded, I would say, for fighting. So I got to give him B. And let me check. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Alright, and we have actually like very few Pokés left. So another one is like Seal Pokemon, Spiel. And then Celia and Walnut. Spiel, he, like, for cuteness alone, he gets a B tier for me. He's just so cute, I love him in anime. And then it gets its teenage phase, a little bit gets uglier, and then it becomes into Valrein. Valrein is a definite A tier. Looks like S tier, like but stat wise, it gets overshadowed by some of the stronger competitors in the S tier. But yeah, another Pokemon that progressively gets stronger is Shermet, Sherperl, Clamperl. Yeah, Clamperl is just D, boring. Then I think it becomes into Houndtail or into Gorebyss, which both are just C tier. Have some decent stats. Actually they have as decent stats as Walrus. Like, so I'm gonna bring them to B tier. Only because they're not that visually appealing, but they are kinda strong. They are strong, but there's a lot of water types. And Walrus is ice type, and that's one benefit he has from the others. And then Railcount. Man, I did not use these Pokemons at all. But so, and it looks ugly. I'm gonna give it C. Just gonna give Love Disc C. Love Disc at least kinda looks cute, but stat wise, really good, really bad. Unlike Bagon, which as it evolves, progressively just gets tougher and becomes a definite A tier. A good dragon, like takes a lot of time to level up from Bagoon to Salamence, but once you do it, you got a decent dragon type on your team. And now for another Pokemon that starts off kind of bad, has bad stats. Then as it grows, it becomes better as a Metang, and as a Metagross, it's definitely a rank tank. Like, it's just so strong. Like, has a good combination of Steel and Psychic. So you know you're gonna get some good attacks in. You can land some amazing attacks with him. And yeah, and now for these half legendaries that we have, we got Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. And three of them have different stats. Regirock being the bulkiest of them. And you know, you usually want one of them on your team. So I'm gonna give them S tier, because you usually want them on your team. Like, if you can, you're probably gonna get few of them instantly. So yeah, why not? But now look at the stats. And I'm gonna, because of their stats, some of these competitors a little bit outstrong, except Regirock. Regirock is a tank. Is a really beastie tank. So I'm gonna leave Regirock in the S, and Regice and Registeel just have to go down. Right, so next ones here is Latlas and Latios, which are mediocre. They're like just helicopters. The same as helicopters. F12 Apache not helicopters, more like this fast Nepal. Okay, I just had the word just fall out of my head. Well, alright, they're just planes. Yeah, planes. They're just like planes. They're boring stats, and I'm gonna give them they're like almost legendary, but they were very, very underwhelming. Unlike Kiagor, Groundon, and Rakvias, they all get S tiers. No, who doesn't like legendaries? I do, you do, everybody does. We love legendaries. Just like Jirichi and this evolved Deoxys, which is, I never seen it in my game. You need to do some like really cool stuff to get him. So that's the legendaries. If you always want legendaries, they have always good stats. And yeah, now that I look at this, I could bring this one to S tier because his stats are really solid as well. Like, and yeah, that's all I think. You get the starters, you get some of my. That's all how my team looked, just with less legendaries, and then some of my B tier list, A tier lists, some that I caught and enjoyed watching an anime. Like cooler looking, and as the list goes down, yeah, just cool factor goes down and their stats go down. Some of you might disagree, so if you disagree, leave a comment with a long text explaining me why you disagree with my opinion. But yeah, I think it's solid as it gets, with all the low stats guys on the bottom side and on the high stat guys on the high side. So with that, I conclude this Gen 3 list, and it's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride, and Blaziken is the best Pokemon, hands down.